And I think this is something I hear from women all the time, but I want to organize my home, but I want to time manage better. I want to lose weight. I want to fulfill my purpose and feel happy every day I wake up. And it's like, okay, but how do I do all of those? And I would say, this is not the I Ching. I do not know everything. So please don't take it that way when I'm speaking, and you know me well. You know better than anybody else what your soul really wants. What this is about is being able to verbalize and synergize so that you allow it to rise. You know better what you need to do. So I'm just kind of giving you some ideas and creating the environment for you to kind of figure that out yourself. And if you have faith-based, then I believe that God is walking right next to you and wants you to find that too. So he'll help you. He'll help you do that. One thing that has worked well for me is that I will write down, after I do my mini life plan, I will see the patterns of the words that I'm writing. So if I keep writing energy, then I know that energy is a big thing for me. If it's in self, relationships, and life skills, then that's a big thing. If it's connection, if that's connected to myself and holy habits, or if that's connection with others and connection with people, that I'm working with, whatever, then connection is a big piece. So you're going to want to look for those pattern words in that mini life plan. And again, you can just download it for free at connieslocal.com. But anyway, if you get those patterns and those words, and then look for the ones that pop out. So if it's, I want to get fit, or I want to be able to move forward in my work stuff, or I want to connect with my child more, you're going to see that pattern. Then I would go through again and see which one really pops for you. Now, I've done this with my kids where they're like, one daughter in particular, she was trying to make a decision. She's like, well, they all feel the same. And I said, okay, then consider which one would make you feel the saddest and the most regret if you didn't do that one first. And that helped her. So she was able to flip it and kind of do a process of elimination of, wow, I was in 3 months from now, if I hadn't pursued this one area, I would be super sad. So maybe flip it that way and say, this is the thing that is the most important. What I would encourage is for you to trust the domino effect. So start with one thing. So this is what happened to me last summer. I got this download that I was to rest. And I'm like, what? Telling me to rest is not a happy thing. I mean, I rest and I take my rest during the day and things like that. So it's not like I don't rest and I'm constantly going, but my energy is very bubbly and that's just me. And I was like, rest, we're hastening the work. We got a lot of things to do. But he said, rest for many weeks, not just for a couple of hours, for many weeks. And it wasn't until I obeyed that and found purpose and value in that just like we're talking about, I didn't skim rest. I didn't go, okay, half an hour, I'm good, let's go. And bam, hit that gas pedal again. I rested and then I rested. And then I numb rested and bum rested until I'm like, are we done here? And then I went to a Zen resting where I was like, I get what you're saying. This is now a peaceful click. Like, I like this space. I like this feel. And I'm not in a rush to give this up. Do you know what I'm saying? So it was different than just a Band-Aid rest. It was becoming more restful. Then once I did that, the next thing came was working out. And I went opposite in all things. So I just focused on one working out thing. That's all I did. I would rest and work out. That was it. Now you're like, oh, wouldn't that be great if my life could be like that? But it will be different for you and you will get that download. But as I did that, guess what happened? He had to write some things for me so I could stop the treadmill thing for a bit and help me to get into this space. And because I went in that space, I was able to meet people and make decisions that were hugely impactful in beautifully positive ways that I cannot even describe to you. It changed my trajectory. Like I wasn't going on a bad trajectory. It just niched it and narrowed it and made it even more. When you prune back a tree, it made it just go. And I was like, oh my goodness. Like I didn't value rest and that focus thing like I do now.